Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Marie de la Vega. This is Focus. It's where we take a closer look at people, places, organizations right in our own community. We're doing good things. Today we get to share information about Nashville Parent magazine, and we have Michael Aldrich, the managing editor of Nashville Parent, with us today. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here, Anna.
So you've been around equipment before. You were a musician in your past life, you said?
In a previous life. Yes, before kids, I did dabble in the music space.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be around the microphones again.
Very good. And we'll have him sing for us later.
Of course.
Okay, so really the reason I wanted to get you in here is because I think Nashville Parent is such a great resource for parents, for families, for people who have company coming in from out of town, for just everything in parents' lives. And I love that you're very well-rounded in the magazine. So let's get started and tell people, what is Nashville Parent and what is its mission to do and to provide?
Nashville Parent is a monthly print publication through our magazine, and as well as a digital daily publication through our website.
Oh, wow.
We have a wide variety of parenting content, whether it be articles or helpful resource roundups. But I think our bread and butter is, like you said, our award-winning things to do events calendar.
Well, I don't doubt that it's award-winning because a lot of people I know go straight to that.
Well, that's
specifically.
Great. That's great to hear. So yeah, we have lots and lots of stuff on that events calendar, and it's featured on both our website and our monthly magazine. Yeah.
What is the resource roundup?
So resource roundups, we like to make things easy because, as we know, parenting can be a tad bit overwhelming at times. Mm-hmm. So we like to have, things just right there available on one webpage. So
like what? Like what resources?
Yeah, things like a Breakfast with Santa events roundup, or Christmas lights roundup, or Christmas parades, or tree lightings. It's sometimes nice just to have it all in one place.
Mm-hmm. And also, we've been involved with the baby fairs for quite a while with Nashville Parent, and I think that's a fabulous event. I saw online that you have special links for more information about families that are about to welcome a baby, mm-hmm. things that they might find of interest. Could you give them, our listeners, an idea of what is there?
Sure. So we have 2 baby guides that come out each year. Baby guides, which are a print insert. It's got lots of helpful resources for new and expectant families. Everything from special needs resources to lactation consultants to postpartum specialists, things like that. We really just like you said earlier, like to be a helpful resource and, something free and valuable for parents that are a little overwhelmed.
And parents don't even know what they don't know. They don't know what they're going to need until they need it.
That's right.
And then they're like, oh my gosh, where do I find that? What is that about? And if they kind of keep up with Nashville Parent, they can kind of get a heads up for some of the things that they might have to deal with.
Right. Of course, we have a lot of young families, but we also have families of teenagers and old young adults as well that still follow us. Mm-hmm. Just because you're right. When it comes to parenting, your problem now won't be your problem in a few weeks, few months, few years. And in a few months, in a few years, you'll look back and you'll say, wow, I can't believe that was, the issue we were having. But that's how kids develop. They go through phases, they go through cycles, and we just like to be with them through that process.
Yes. I heard a listener say recently that she kept begging her son to let her get him a haircut. And I thought, this is a little kid, and you are begging him to let you give him a haircut. And I just thought, you need to read the Nashville Parent.
Yeah, we can help you out.
You need to get some stuff, lady.
Yeah, we got some tips for you.
Don't make him be the parent and give you approval. I was like, oh, what? So you have kids.
Yes, ma'am.
So in your life, I'm just curious, Michael Aldrich is the managing editor of Nashville Parent magazine. Do you go through your day and you're like, oh, holy cow, we need to put that in the magazine?
Oh, 100%. 100%. That's the best stuff comes from the real life situations.
Yes.
And I had to kind of get better at recognizing when I'm in a moment and being like, wow, I need to write about this, or wow, I need to, ask a question on social media and see what other parents think type of thing. And that's, not to get off tangents, but that's another big thing we do is our social media presence. And we kind of pride ourselves on being a nice community of moms, dads, a nice safe space, for people to just talk about parenting.
Wow.
It's all positive.
What would be an example of one of the conversations that you've seen recently?
We do have a lot of questions on the hot topic of, coincidentally enough, social media, and when's the right age for young kids to get on it, and, mental health issues and stuff like that. And it's just really, really, it's nice to see thoughts that you're having backed up by other parents having those exact same thoughts. It kind of gives you a little bit of comfort to see that.
A little validation that, okay, I'm on the right track.
Right. I'm not alone here.
So what are you say it's a hot topic. What the question is like, when should I let them? How long should I let them? What should I do? Tends to be the consensus? Is there a consensus?
The consensus seems to be that you need to be kind of a hands-on parent when it comes to that type of stuff. No more can you just give them the phone without any safeguards and just let them have, free reign on it, because the internet has, is kind of a dangerous place. So you just, as long as parents are, attentive and involved, and I think a lot of things we see with parents, modern parents, is, making sure that their kids feel comfortable coming to them with issues and coming to them with problems, not hiding it from them, So a lot of parents try to, create a relationship that, their kids feel safe to come to them with issues like that.
So like, Mom, I accidentally ran up a bill. They're asking me for $1,000 for whatever.
Right.
Because that happened. That sort of stuff happens.
That's right.
I think sometimes parents had been very likely to use the phone as a break time for the parent, because young parents, I think especially, maybe get overwhelmed. And they're like, here you go, kid. Here's the little tablet, whatever. And now that's just not safe, or you have to put safeguards in place?
Just got to put safeguards in place and not be Big Brother by any means, but find a happy medium with kind of making sure they're making safe choices on the internet. Mm-hmm. And that kind of brings us back to our things to do event calendar, because what a great way to get kids off the screen, what a great way to get them, turn the screens off, get the phone in the pocket, and let's go do something.
Yeah.
So Middle Tennessee has so much things to do. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. And we just try to connect, those events to our readers in an organized, aesthetically pleasing way.
Who does that? Is it one person? Is it 10 people? Is it?
That's me.
It's you?
It's me.
As the managing editor, that means you're gathering all that info and putting it together and getting it ready for Nashville Parent magazine.
The things to do event calendar on Nashville Parent magazine is my baby, and it's a bear, but I pride myself in saying that it's the most detailed, curated, and extensive calendar of events for Middle Tennessee families.
Oh my gosh. Well, and award-winning, you said.
Oh, yep.
Yay! Yep. So what awards does Nashville Parent win?
So we go to the Parenting Media Association, or the PMA's National Awards.
Oh, wow.
Which basically all of the parenting media outlets from all across the country will win awards, everything from, best cover, or best editorial design, or best editor's note, or in my case, best calendar of events. So We've taken the gold for that a few years. And
that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm not surprised at all, though, because a coworker and I were talking about it the other day, and I was like, this is just fabulous. We were looking for fall events to let our listeners know about. We were like, oh my gosh, everything's here. And so, good job. I'm thrilled to know you.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. And thank you to the big guy upstairs. And
That's right.
I said I wouldn't cry. Michael Aldrich, the managing editor of Nashville Parent magazine. So the magazine, the print, it's monthly, and it's free to pick it up.
Yes, ma'am.
It's free. And then online every day.
Every day.
At NashvilleParent.org.
NashvilleParent.com.
At NashvilleParent.com. What else would you like people to know about Nashville Parent if they haven't picked it up?
We like to think of ourselves as a charitable company. We love to give families experiences that they would not have had otherwise. We do weekly contests on every Wednesday called our Wednesday giveaways. And that goes on year round. Things that you can win are tickets to the Nashville Zoo, tickets to Lucky Lad Farms in Eagleville, tickets to show at TPAC, But right now we have our annual 12 days of giveaways promotion. And we are on day 4, I believe. We've given away a Gaylord Opryland getaway earlier this week. We've given away tickets to A Christmas Carol by Nashville Rep. We've given away lots of fun things, and we have lots of more things to give away. So just go to our Facebook page at 11 a.m. every single day on weekdays through December 17th. And you might have a chance to win something fun for your family.
That's where you kind of get signed in, get registered, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
11 a.m. It has to be specifically 11 a.m.
Oh, no. The link is open all day long.
But go first and get signed up.
That's right.
Ooh, I like that. And I know how expensive those tickets are to see at the Nashville Rep. Because I was thinking about doing that with my husband. I was like, woo, and now I know we just need to win them from Nashville Parent.
Well, you got options. You got A Christmas Carol, Nashville Rep. You got $1 Million Quartet Christmas at Studio 10. Irving Berlin's White Christmas at Center for the Arts in Murfreesboro.
Really?
Plenty of fun holiday shows to choose from.
Very good. I like that. You mentioned that there's a baby guide that's kind of a big fat insert in Nashville Parent magazine a couple of times a year.
So we do what we call auxiliary issues. So in addition to our monthly Nashville Parent magazine issues, we'll do 2 baby guides a year, 2 private school directories a year as well. And those are basically kind of resource roundups and helpful connecting parents to independent education options for Middle Tennessee families.
Whoa.
And I should say that the private school directories are kind of tied to our virtual private school fair, which happens every year. Our baby guides are tied to, like you said, our baby fairs, which happen twice a year, once in Nashville and once in Murfreesboro.
Yeah. Do you write articles about choosing schools and vouchers and all of this? Because I think a lot of people don't understand what the heck is going on with all of that.
Definitely a big world with the vouchers and all the options that you have, public versus private versus charter versus Catholic. It's you have so many options, and that's why it's so important for parents to know to get in contact with principals, get in contact with teachers, and that's kind of what our private school fairs and our private school directories allow parents to do.
I think parents don't even know what questions to ask.
It tells them tuition rates.
Oh, yeah.
It tells them mission statements, and it tells them enrollment numbers, teacher to student ratios, a lot of valuable stuff that you wouldn't get anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. What about kids as they get older and get ready to go to high school, to go to college? Are those issues addressed in Nashville Parent?
Absolutely. We try to cater to all kids. We'll have a parenting on or a article on toddler tantrums, and then the next page you'll have something on, like we said before, social media and teenagers and mental health and
teenage tantrums.
That's right. Which happened.
Social media and mental health.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me an idea of what that article was, because I know there is a controversy over it that I believe that we're finding that social media can have a negative impact on kids' mental health.
Well, I think that the jury's not out anymore when it comes to this subject. I mean, social media and cell phone use is directly tied to the decline in adolescent mental health. It's just directly tied to it. So it's just important for us to be cognizant of that, and important for us to be on the watch. And
that you give parents another option, lots of other options to just we can't do this, we can't do anything, we don't know what to do. So here's an option. We're all going to, like you said, put all the screens down. We're going to go out to the corn maze or whatever.
That's right. That's right. The corn maze will solve all your problems.
Okay. What are other things that you find very interesting about Nashville Parent? Everything, of course, but that you feel listeners may not know about, and you want to make sure that they pick up a copy or they go online and check it out?
I'd like to think that, they don't know how awesome the calendar is, first of all.
Yeah.
I'd like to think they don't know there's even coupons in the magazine.
Oh.
I know, they still exist. Bring your scissors, cut them out. What else? We strive to be a helpful resource for parents. Mm-hmm. If you see us on the shelves, pick up a magazine, read a few articles, browse the calendar, and interact with us on social media. It's a really, really fun community and comforting community.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What about when kids get older and go to high school or college? Do you have any way to help parents kind of start getting prepared for that? Or even after they've gone, the empty nest people, they're still parents.
That is the truth. And we do have content on that as well. We'd like to, honestly, our search engine, if you put anything in our search engine, you're going to find something on parenting. There's really not a lot of parenting topics that we have not covered on our website.
That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. What kind of advice would you give parents who have kids about to go away to college? They're about to load that car up, drive that kid somewhere, leave half of their house with that child, and come back home, and then what?
Give them the biggest hug you can, let them go, but be available. They might not call every day, but eventually they're going to realize that their mom and dad have their backs.
Yeah.
And they're going to be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't see that Michael Aldrich, the managing editor of Nashville Parent, is very young. He's a young man, a parent, but also he's speaking with this wisdom of grandmother. Like, they may not call you every day.
Maybe my own grandmom is speaking through me right now. That's what it is.
Is your grandmom still living?
Yes, ma'am.
So is she proud of what you do? He said yes, ma'am, because he knew his grandmother would hear that.
My grandmom is one of my heroes. Mm-hmm. She is one of the most positive, light up every room she goes in. She was the preacher's wife, so she was always making sure everyone was okay and being mishospitable. And I hope that I can live my life just like she did, honestly.
It sounds like you're off to a great start.
Thank you, Anna. I try.
So do you get together with her at the holidays, and then does she read your articles and call you and go like, oh, Michael, I saw that? Or do you take her copies and she cuts it out and puts it on the refrigerator and stuff? How does that go at Grandma's house?
Well, I'll tell you this. We have a pretty fluid line of communication amongst the women in my family. So my mom will get a hold of it and she'll pass it along to all the people that need to see it. And if I can get a compliment out of my mom or my grandma, that's that's all I need. That's a high praise.
Because they are parents and they've been there and they've done it and they've gotten past a lot of these hurdles that you're hopefully helping people get through.
As I'm in it right now, I can't believe how they got through it, type of thing. And it was so much grace and so much they're heroes.
Yeah. I'm curious now what makes up a managing editor of Nashville Parent magazine. Is that partly what shaped you and your heart and your mentality to get into something that's giving back to parents? Is that you had good ones and you recognize it?
You know what? My path to Nashville Parent was very, you could say, serendipitous, coincidental. You could say it was a God thing. As soon as I was a music major. I was in a band, a blues funk band, hidden dive bars in Nashville. And then I kind of switched gears and went back to school for journalism. As soon as I graduated, I got a job at the Tennessean, writing for covering the performing arts. Mm-hmm. And then I got hired at TPAC, Tennessee Performing Arts Center, sort of because I had established a relationship with them through covering the performing arts.
Yep.
And then 2020, COVID hit, and the great purge of the performing arts happened, and I got the boot.
Oh.
And that's okay, because literally a few days later, I saw the opening for Nashville Parent magazine as I had just had my first son. Or my only son, my first kid.
Your wife's going, wait, what?
Wait, we have more? No, my first child. So I was like, wow, this is kind of weird. And I applied, and it was kind of perfect match. And
I am now a parent. Here's a job for managing editor of Nashville Parent magazine. And so you do take things that you've learned or that you live in your real life, and you, what are some of the articles maybe that you're like, oh, I've gone through this, I have to write about this?
So I have a bi-monthly column called Dad Beat. And so some of the things I've covered for Dad Beat have been when my 18-month-old baby decided she wanted to start waking up at 4:30 in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go. And it was basically about, embrace it. When that type of stuff happens, embrace it. I talked about how I would literally put her in the stroller and walk her around outside before the street lamps came off, type of thing. And we stroll around the park, see the sunset or sunrise every morning. For like weeks this would happen.
Wow.
But now, of course, she's waking up at 8 a.m. like a perfect baby. And that's just kind of the seasons you're in. You always have seasons of things that are always temporary.
So you made special memories out of it instead of being upset and ticked off every morning because of it.
That's right.
Do you manage to go to bed early to make up for it? Or do you just like suffer through it and like, I'm embracing this, I'm embracing it?
Oh, man, that's always the catch-22 of parents of, you want to exist after your kids go to bed and have, you wait for it all day long. I'm just going to watch this show or eat this sandwich or just exist in a silent room staring at a blank wall. But, I find that time gets less and less and less. I'll be out within half an hour of my oldest going to sleep these days. So, and that's so I can wake up or be ready to wake up.
Yeah. I understand that. I know. So if you're just joining us, I'm Anna Marie, and this is Focus, and we're talking with Michael Aldrich, the managing editor of Nashville Parent magazine. It's free monthly magazine in print, and they update daily at NashvilleParent.com and on the Nashville Parent Facebook page.
That's right.
Okay, so we've talked about toddlers and teens and social media and even older parents with kids about to go away. What about if somebody has special needs kid, or if they have a child who has mental health issues, things like that? How can Nashville Parent help them? How does Nashville Parent help them?
We do have a lot of resources for parents of kids that have special needs, whether it be Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, autism. It shouldn't be hard for those parents to find the things they need to help their kids. Yeah. So we have articles, we have resource roundups, we have lists of helpful things that parents need, whether it be, therapies, occupational therapies, speech therapies, ABA, emotional regulation therapies, whatever it is, we can help you find it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times there's so much information available for, like, here, if you're 6-year-old, boom, that's it. But if a parent is dealing with something that's got an extra challenge added to it, then not only are they still going a little bit crazy, but also now they're trying to do extra research and extra homework, and they don't even know what they're looking for. So
That's right.
Go to Nashville Parent.
And these days, when it comes to those sort of things, it's all about the early diagnosis.
Really?
The earlier you can diagnose, the earlier you can intervene, have early intervention, and get them, the help they need. I've heard from a lot of parents who have kids with special needs that one of the most satisfying, happiest days of their lives was the day their kid got diagnosed. And the reason for that is you can finally take a big breath and a big sigh of relief because you can stop guessing. And you can just look at the problem and say, what are we going to do about it? And
that there have been people dealing with this challenge before, and here's what they did.
Exactly. And as soon as you're diagnosed, a whole world opens up for you of resources, of things. And that's kind of what we have featured at NashvilleParent.com is how we can connect those parents to those resources.
Okay. Any final thoughts, any final thing that you would like to add that I've neglected to ask that you think is important that people know, whether it's in the magazine or not?
Take your kids out. Take your kids out to an event. Find something new to do. Find something fun. Go ice skating. Do something new. Because we're all trying to just give our kids fun experiences and memories. So That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
NashvilleParent.com. Look us up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Aldrich, managing editor of Nashville Parent Magazine, a monthly free publication. Pick it up where you go. Take them to your friends and family as well. And updated daily online at NashvilleParent.com and on the Nashville Parent Facebook page. We'll put some links up as well so you can get in touch with them if you want to check it out. Make sure you join us again next week. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Anna Marie, and that's Focus.